I want my whole life to be completely immersed in art, completely. Everything that I am, everything that I do, I did what I could. Everything's a little more refined because now I have a career that I know I'm gonna do. Before, everything was kind of up in the air. Hi friends. So this is something that I am going to tackle somewhat today. I'm pregnant and I've been got the super weird like nesting thing. I think like very early because I'm only 3 months, but I just was like, I need to declutter everything in my home. And I'm very inspired. They say to do the easiest room first, and I think this will be the easiest room. I'll explain it later in the video. So far, I cleared these out. Right now I'm going through this. I'm planning to paint this, and even this mirror, I want to paint it. I paint it like this color, maybe a little lighter. A year and a half ago, I went through it and like got rid of a bunch of stuff, but now I'm going over it again. A drawer of fabric paint in a different place in my life, and I mean, I'm gonna have a kid soon, but maybe it can be something I can do with my cousins or by myself. I have to look up. This is all like stick and poke stuff, like the stencil, and like this little thing to stabilize the stick and needles, and these are all sterilized needles. They're all like individually packaged. I got super into stick and poke at one point. You know, I was just being a dumb, drunk college girl, which isn't the best thing to do, but for the most part, I did try to be very clean about it. And I really want to be professional stick and pokes because there's some really cool ones out there if you haven't seen. My favorites is, I think his name is Slower Back, and also Taddy Compton. You know, you guys might have heard of them, but they're very big stick and poke tat artists. And there's so many good stick and poke artists, so many different styles of stick and poke too. And there's some look a little wonky or they're not perfect, but they're still cute. And some of them are just really good and technical despite the fact they're individually poked in. But now I'm training to be a regular tattoo artist with a machine. The stick and poke artists I follow, they do both. They do machine and stick and poke. But I don't know, man. There's just something about it. I just love the novelty of stick and poke. Let me know if you agree. My mentor doesn't understand the whole concept of stick and pokes. He's just kind of like, if you can use a machine, why not just use a machine? It just looks that much better, it's that much faster. And I'm just like, it's not that the act of, like, I guess. I don't know what it is. I might just toss them. We'll see. So that's my thought process behind that. A little trash pile going, which is great to see. I had the little giveaway pile, and then also I'm also keeping this medium clay. Clay is so fun. I think, is this air dry clay? I think this is air dry clay. Oh, it's baked clay. Forming little things. It's just so. It's kind of dumb because I'm trying to declutter. Then over here, like keeping clay products, I'm gonna make a bunch of little trinkets from. Like, what is that? Instead of birthday gifts and buying people stuff or buying them things, like I can make little trinkets. That's a good idea. I think I might do that. Maybe that's what I'll save the clay for. So I still get that itch, you know, scratched, but still I'm not cluttering my home. Who knows, maybe I'll make a couple of things I want to keep. I have like a scrapbook pile. There's some like old sketches in here. Here's like little quotes and things that I wrote, and also artsy stuff that I can probably cut and get inspiration from. I don't want to get rid of any of my books. Maybe there's a couple in there that I'll get rid of, but I don't want to. And I don't think I'm going to. I have some books there, and then I have a lot of books in the living room. I just need to get a bookcase and keep them all nice and neat, and I commit to not buying more books. Just use the ones I have until I get through all of them, which could be years and years and years from now. And then when I feel like it, then maybe. I got a library card recently, so if I do want to read a new book that I don't have, and I'm really eager for it, I can get it from the library. They even have free audiobooks there too. Physical book. She has like a Netflix series, and I got one of her books too because I loved her series. It was so cute. I'm gonna continue kind of decluttering this, and then I can talk about why. I feel like this was the easier room to start with. That's a lot to do. I'm changing careers. I want to minimize all this space, all this stuff, because I feel like I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that now that I'm on a different path. You can watch me do all this, and I'll come back to that concept. All right. that is an art. Before I was giving a service that wasn't art related. Many of us want our main life to be associated with art, our main focus. And all these years, like, that wasn't it. I had to work a different job and then do art at home. I was an artist, but I had to go and be a cashier. I had to go do food service. And that's how many of us are. And some people are content with having their regular jobs and coming home and doing their own thing, which is fine too. But for me, when I have to separate my energy like that, it's harder for me to focus, and I can get really off track very easily. I'm sure many people can relate with that. And so as this art studio started coming along and I started cleaning it out, I started to realize that my personal desire was, I wanted my whole life to be completely immersed in art, completely. Everything that I am, everything that I do, I did what I could, and there were seasons where I was doing really well. Everything around me inspired me. I saw beauty in everything. Even if I was at work, I'd get inspired at work, and just corporate. Like, how do you get inspired out there? But you do. And some seasons just aren't like that. And I was really struggling because I was like, I know I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. I want my main job to be about my creativity and my art and art. And I'm getting it. I'm a tattoo apprentice. I decided that I have to leave this career now. I'm almost 30. I want to start a family, but it's stopping me. Something different, something more. And I'll still paint and draw. Now I left my old job. I am gifted with this whole new life, and I am pregnant, and I can get on with my life. I can continue with my goals after a long couple years of staggering on. Now I'm here and I'm really excited for this new chapter. I'm thankful enough where I had the opportunity where I can be an apprentice at this point in my life. I have a husband, thankfully. We can make this lifestyle work for now until I start actually tattooing. How that ties into decluttering my studio, I realized that it was so much easier because before I was just kind of trying everything. Let's try watercolor. Maybe something will click. Oh, let me see gouache. Like, maybe that will click. Oh, maybe I wanted to try all these things, and I would accumulate a lot of these things. And I had stick and poke needles from like 5 years ago, which is what inspired me to open the doors to my curiosity of becoming a tattoo artist. It was so much easier because now I have a focus. Maybe my career for a while, and it's something I want to get really good at one day. Really show up as the best tattoo artist I can be. That clarity and that focus that I have kind of streams out into the rest of my life. Everything's a little more refined because now I have a career that I know I'm going to do. Before, everything was kind of up in the air. Well, what if I'm really good at watercolor and that becomes my thing, and I can make a living with that or something. So I'd keep it even though I'd never use it. Not missing an opportunity, so I have to have it here. I have to have it in the house. I have to keep it with me. Well, if one day I take it on a trip and I have an epiphany and it never stops. Some people really do experience that. So that's how I interpret it. That's why I feel like it's a lot easier to declutter, not just the art studio, which definitely helps. Now I'm just focusing on my oils. I do have acrylics, but I just really love oil painting. I don't know why I'm not like the best or even good at it. I continue doing it as an old lady. I'm a painter as well as a drawer and as well as a tattoo artist. And there were a couple things that I kept. For example, I kept my little collage book. I wanted to keep that in my studio because sometimes I just feel inspired to do collages. I guess they could be vision boards too, collecting random things. I put it all in this one box, little metal box. I figure instead of just keeping this stuff around, make some art with it, and you can add texture. You can add ribbons that you got keep ribbons that you got from your package. Cut a piece and be like, okay, well, I don't want to throw this away. It's kind of cute. Or it was a hummingbird calendar, and I kept a couple and I'll put it in the collage book. I can continue doing that for the rest of my life, honestly. I'm sure you guys know you just keep it just because it's cute and you don't know what to do with it, but I throw it away. Inspiring, kind of cool looking. That's how I managed to justify keeping those things, but I only keep it in the box. If the box gets too full, I find things to throw away or toss or use. So then I can force myself to collage that day or that week or something. I guess I can show it to you guys. And this is the container I keep all of my collage stuff in. There's another box in there that I thrifted a long time with a bunch of little things, and a bunch of those are all stickers, and then little affirmation things from packages, from magazines. I tried to print my film and I don't know what happened, and they didn't keep any of the pictures, unfortunately. The art newspaper that I got. My husband and I were dating. I bought this scrapbooking. This is some vintage gift wrap that I kept, and some cute little, I'm sure I'll use them, and then use this. And here's a bunch of more stuff ribbon and stickers and little notes to myself and all that. This is the book. I need to put more stickers on it. I put some cardboard in there so it kind of stays open. That's fine. I'm mindful of it next time. T quotes. I didn't glue this in, I just stuck it in there. This is an example. I really like this one right here. Just some collage stuff. Or like this one. This one's kind of mysterious. There is a couple vision board stuff. Trying to make cool art out of it. Business card. Cute little design. I might find something to put here, but I really just like the vintage thing, so I just wanted to have it somewhere. I'm still turning that creative part of my brain on without actually having to do all this technical stuff. And free flow, just kind of rearrange things and glue things, and my inner child's coming out. Just think so satisfying about that. It doesn't have to be your full career. In my experience, that's what something that clicked. I wish I had thought about it sooner. Like, it's pretty common knowledge, and I knew that at the back of my head to make sure these things are still open in my vibration, in my space. And I'm really happy with how much I decluttered. I'm definitely, that was just round one. I have 5 more months, so I'm hoping to do 2 or 3 more sweeps and declutter more things. There's definitely a few drawers, probably more things in the garage. Minimizing everything around you so you have more space to focus on that thing is really going to be helpful. I've realized, maybe it seems like common sense to some people, but I think it's a good reminder. Even if it's just for like 6 months, or focus on one thing for a year, see how good you get on it. Really want to try something else afterwards, by all means do it. If you do get that epiphany one day and decide to jump something else, do it. Don't get an epiphany every 3 months and constantly change your thing. There's some painters that are good with gouache, good with acrylic, good with oil, good with drawing, all of it. And I'm sure they each had seasons of their life focused on that specific medium. And that's why they're good at all those things. And I think that we can all get to that point. But first we got to start with one thing or 2 things and really start presenting ourselves with that. And form ourselves in that way also. Thank you for tuning in. Any thoughts or perspectives on anything I said today? Let me know. Comment below, subscribe, like, share. Pet your animals, smell the flowers, touch some grass, put some sunshine in that face, do some yoga. I hope you guys have a blessed rest of your day. Thank you, bye.